Hi, I'm Liz Williams. I am a program officer with Career Academies at the Greater Twin Cities United Way. In the spring of 2020, as the world was experiencing the devastating impact of an increase of COVID-19 cases, our district partners with Career Academies had estimated that over 50% of summer internships and work experiences had been eliminated or drastically altered. And at the same time, we were hearing directly from students that they were concerned about staying connected to classmates and their ability to earn money at that time. So as a result of this need, Career Academies at the Greater Twin Cities United Way, in partnership with Thrivent, developed the Summer Sustainability Fund, and we pivoted to invest $100,000 in 4 of our partner districts. One of those districts was White Bear Lake Area Schools. In a short period of time, the team at White Bear Lake Area Schools was able to innovate a mental health first aid certification program that was pathways aligned, met student need, integrated student voice and agency, all the while with a focus on the sustainability of the project. We are so excited and humbled that White Bear Lake Area Schools is our Changemaker Spotlight this spring, and grateful to Thrivent for their flexible support and ongoing thought leadership that made this project possible.
Hello, my name is Jenny Moore. I am the Career Pathways Coordinator for White Bear Lake Area Schools. We have 2 programs that we've been partnering with Greater Twin Cities United Way. One is the implementation of the Youth Mental Health First Aid Certification. And we also have our Anchor Mentor Program, which is a mentor program for middle school students by high schoolers. And both programs were created thanks to the Career Academies grant. Starting with the Youth Mental Health First Aid Certification, we had a problem in our school district that we wanted to solve. And the problem was that many students had identified as being struggling with mental health. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to learn some sort of coping mechanisms that they could incorporate into their learning, their everyday situations, and to help their peers and maybe themselves or even their family members. In addition to that, we also had staff members who had said they really wanted to get some training on how to help youth grades 6 through 12 with any sort of mental health issues and how to best support them, even if you're just a regular classroom teacher or if you are a staff member that's not a counselor at the school. As a result, we were able to become the first school in the state of Minnesota to implement the Youth Mental Health First Aid certification. We had 2 of our health and wellness career pathway instructors become nationally certified instructors. And to date, we've had 28 18-year-old students become mental health certified. In addition to that, we will be offering training for a group of staff members starting next month, June of 2021, and we'll continue to incorporate the training for our staff members in addition to offering the training to our students that are 18 years old and older for every school year hereafter. In addition to that, the parallel program to the Career Academies grant is our Anchor program, which is a mentor program, again, for middle school students by high school students. And we knew, based on what student feedback we were being given, as well as what staff was looking for, was an opportunity for students to address those mental health issues by being peer mentors and being a support system for their middle school peers, if you will, at White Bear Lake area schools. And as a result, thanks to the Career Academies grant, we were able to hire 8 paid interns this year who completely created a program that is for White Bear Lake students. They did everything from logos, branding, apparel, the referral process, mental health resources, everything you can think of that involves creating a program for our students. And we are super excited to announce that we had over 70 applicants for this first round of Anchor program mentors. We just announced we will be offering training to 25 students in August. And of those 25 students that were selected for the first round of training, including English, there are 10 other languages that are being spoken. We have a variety of gender identities. And we're just super excited to represent all of our students that are at White Bear Lake area schools. Both of these programs are an important piece for students who are pursuing health and wellness careers, as well as our education careers. As a result, our health and wellness career pathway and our education career pathway students are eligible to participate in both the youth mental health first aid certification as well as the anchor program mentors. We strategically work with those students who would like to work with younger students. However, any student is eligible to apply and to sign up once they're 18 years old or once they're eligible to be a mentor. Eligible mentors are for grades 10, 11, and 12 to mentor grades 6, 7, and 8. And the funding was super important because without this particular grant, we could not have taken this full year to actually engage and empower students to do the work with the mentor program. We felt it was really important that if it really is a mentor program for middle school students by high school students, we wanted to empower them to actually create the program. And this allowed our students to put something on their resume, get paid for their work, and really see a purpose in what they're learning in their classrooms. And the funding has also supported the youth mental health first aid certification because without it, we would not have our 2 health and wellness career pathway instructors certified. Again, they're nationally certified. So now we have 2 in-house trainers with the entire district at White Bear Lake area schools. And we were able to pay for the 28 students just this year alone to get certified. And so it's really allowed us to have a sustainability plan, something that we can work into our district for years to come. And we're just forever grateful. What I hope for the future is, well, I have a lot of hopes, but I think that in terms of the youth mental health first aid certification, I just hope that students and staff members can all receive the support. In the future, we're actually implementing our next action goal is to see how we could implement the teen mental health first aid, which is a pilot program through NAMI, which is the National Alliance of Mental Illness. And so because our school offers the youth mental health first aid certification, we are now eligible to research and discuss the opportunity for our district to offer the teen mental health first aid, which that certification would be implemented into every required healthcare course, which is required for every healthcare student to take in the entire district. So we're super excited about that. And big picture, we hope that, and what the students hope and the staff members hope as well, is that mental health is something that we all struggle with, we all deal with at some point in our life, and it's mental health, mental illness, just really lessen the stigma of what that means and just to be able to help support all students. For the Anchor program, I just want this program to be something that becomes a part of the culture, that students experience the support as a mentee and they just can't wait to apply, and that this is something that really becomes a high school experience that any student wants to participate. And that's the point. Any student can participate. It's not just for those students who are struggling. While we know that we will help those students, we want any student who wants to have fun, make friends, any sort of social, academic, or emotional support, we can provide that. And our students can too. In the future, we're really excited to continue working with Greater Twin Cities United Way. And as always, we say, we love working together to shape the future.
Hi, everybody. My name is Katie Marsh, and I'm a health educator at White Bear Lake High School, and I am a certified youth mental health instructor. All right, so I wanted to get certified in youth mental health first aid because so many of my students were dealing with mental health problems, and I wasn't properly equipped to help them. I was able to identify when students were struggling, but I didn't know how to help them. This course has given me confidence and the tools necessary to support my students. We were already seeing an increase in the number of students dealing with mental health problems before the civil unrest and COVID, so it has only intensified the problem. It has caused people to feel more isolated, anxious, and fearful, and unfortunately, access to professional help was and still is limited for a lot of people. Anyone who's working with young people should be aware of the mental health problems they are facing and be prepared to support them. You never know when a young person is going to come to you for help. This certification gives adults the tools they need to intervene and provide support. I am hoping that more staff and students will take this course so we can support a larger number of youth in our community and reduce the number of lives lost to suicide. I also hope this course increases mental health literacy and decreases the negative perceptions surrounding mental illness. I want people to know that youth mental health first aid is the help given to a young person experiencing a mental health problem before appropriate treatment and support are obtained. Participants will learn how to recognize symptoms, offer and provide initial help, and guide the young person to professional help if needed. The course doesn't teach participants to be the therapist, counselor, or to give them the ability to diagnose a mental illness. This work is really important to me because I have seen firsthand students really struggle with mental health problems and how it has impacted their life, and how they haven't really felt that they've been able to talk to anybody about it or have supportive people around them. And so I feel like the more people that we can educate about how to be a support and how to help young people when they're struggling, the more likely students will reach out and be able to live and have a better quality of life.
My name is Shannon Riebow, and I am a health education teacher. I was just recently certified as a youth mental health first aid instructor. I decided to pursue the mental health first aid certification because I wanted to help raise awareness and help provide support for mental health challenges for our students at White Bear. In recent years, I've had so many students experience mental health issues and challenges. And I think as a society, we're becoming more aware of mental health and mental health challenges, and people are becoming less afraid to ask for help. But I still think that there is a large number of students who are afraid or don't know how to ask for help. And I thought that this class would really help me have some of those skills, but also to help me teach and raise awareness through that way as well. And I also recognize that even though we are starting to have more awareness of mental health issues, that the help and the support isn't necessarily there either. So being able to train other teachers and students who are 18 years of age and older is just something that I felt would be really helpful for our district. And I'm excited that we're offering that in our school district. I think it's important for the youth mental health first aid to be a certification that's tied to future careers and our health career pathway, because a lot of the students going through the health career pathway are going to be working with people that have experienced mental health issues, or even working with teens that have mental health issues. So I think it will give the students in the career pathway kind of a leg up in knowing how to handle and how to deal with those types of issues, because it is something that I think until you go through a situation like that, you're not really super prepared for it. So this gives our students in the pathway the tools that they can take with them and help them in their career and their career pursuit.
My name is Alfia, and I am one of the mentors in the Anchor program that is part of the Health Career Pathways at White Bear. Well, when I first heard about it, I thought it was a very good option for students who really wanted to get into the healthcare field and wanted to, step their foot into helping other people. When I first heard about it, I'm not 18 yet, I'm 16, but I knew immediately that it was something I wanted to pursue in the future and that I wanted to really get into, because I heard from my peers that a lot of them wanted to take that step early on so that they wouldn't have to get into student loans or student debt just trying to get the money and afford the education that it takes to receive that certificate. So when I heard that we were offering it to students who just needed to take a course, that blew my mind, and I thought it was a great opportunity. Well, when I first read it, I read that the description of it was a mentor program for middle schoolers, and my personal experience in middle school was I did not have a fun time. It was really rough. I really wished I had a support system. So when I heard that my school was offering that sort of support system for young students, I knew immediately that I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to see just how much influence we could have on young minds and, get them to have that conversation that you're not okay and that's okay, you're not okay. You can ask for help and you can take that first step, because it's better the sooner you learn those skills than after. I have always wanted to be a therapist and a psychologist for a really long time, and this program does a really good job on help letting people take their first step into that type of field. That type of field is very specific in its skills and its handling, which I think a lot of people misunderstand when they first take majors and first take school outside of high school. When I heard about it, my jaw hit the floor. I was super thankful, first of all, that my school was getting this option to help further people's education. Education is key in society now, and I think it is super important that people see that the option is out there. I know that some people might not think that they are capable of many things. Some people might think that they are confined to what they have set up. But if the option is right there, then what is stopping people from taking it? And I think that is what happened with a lot of students that I know who have applied for the certificate, that the option is there, so why not take it? And I know that a lot of people after taking it were super thankful that they did, because you have that under your belt. Well, career-wise, I hope to see myself in helping people, just helping people and getting them to a healthy place. I hope that the program will continue outside of my graduation and will continue to be a safe space for other people and a safe space for specifically middle school students, because it is rough being a middle school student. And as we are seeing the progression of our society, we are seeing that the youth are being affected mostly. So I would like to be one of the starting figures of a healthier and more mentally safe society.
Hi, my name is Bella Brownlee. I'm from White Bear Lake High School. I'm a senior who's going to be graduating soon, so that's very exciting. And I completed the mental health first aid certification through White Bear Lake High School. I chose to pursue the mental health first aid certification because I personally have been through some rough stuff, just life things, and I would have loved if there were more people around me who knew how to be a better support system for me, and so I chose to pursue the certification to be a better person in general and be a better support person for family members and friends and anyone else who might just kind of need that kind of support. Also, I am currently I am exploring some career options, and I wanted to take the mental health first aid certification in order to kind of look at my options, as well as this summer I'll be working with AmeriCorps to work in a high school and help high schoolers recover credit. And I just think that when you're working with people, it's a really good skill to have, to be mindful about mental health and know the signs and kind of what to do. I think that more people should do it. Just so it's good to be able to have those experiences within the school to kind of try out some job options. The main career that I'm looking into right now is becoming a special education teacher, and that's a very broad term. My grandmother worked as a special ed teacher for her whole career, and she worked with a bunch of different kids with different needs, and so I think knowing about mental health and really kind of learning about it and getting this certification can really help me within my job be able to meet children's needs or teenagers' needs within the school system so that they can prosper and really just thrive in any way they can. Kind of putting in place changes in our school system in order to better support them is just so amazing to have that opportunity. You know, our youth really does make up the next generations, and we want to be able to support them so they can be the best that they can be, because everyone deserves that, not just students, but everyone in general. They deserve to be able to be the best version of themselves.
Hello, my name is Aaron Turner. I'm the Anchor Program Leader, working primarily with high school mentors. Coming up in the summer and into the fall, I will be working with the middle school students to match mentees with mentors. The Anchor program is a program that matches mentors and mentees, creating a space for students who may need a friend or someone to talk to. The hope is that this will be a positive impact on both the mentor and mentee's mental health as they develop relationships that will go long beyond maybe just this one school year. The work is always is connected, especially when we are building relationships with kids and we're finding out what they need in order to make them more successful. So I feel like as a person on the equity and inclusion team, I think that this just is another outlet for us to reach more kids and support them. I feel like I'm a big family guy, and when you're a big family guy, you naturally learn equity, because you help people in your family that might need help mentally with some stuff or might need help financially with some stuff, and like you're a resource for them, and so I try to bring the family environment to everything I do in work and schools. And if we all could treat each other with that type of mentality, I feel like it naturally becomes equitable. As a mentor, once you're there to help, it puts you in a different state of appreciation and understanding, and it puts you in a different mindset, not judgment, but more so support. And so with that mindset, I feel like we will all be, I think that it builds the culture of help. Looking forward when it comes to this program, I feel like my hope is expansion. And I would hope that one day we can go from just the schools and the students, the limited students that we have right now, to more and more students into the community. We start getting community outreach as far as the program goes, and then even into every district, maybe statewide, I would say. The program is something that I feel is necessary and wanted by students and staff. So I think the Anchor program is going to be beneficial for not only the students involved, but the administration, faculty, parents, and community members. This is another way to be involved and create a positive, supportive community mindset.
As we honor the 1-year anniversary of George Floyd's death and end the most difficult school year ever amidst civil unrest and a pandemic, we really feel it's now more important than ever to support our students' mental health and their well-being in order to be successful in school. We know relationships matter, and the Anchor Mentor Program and the Youth Mental Health First Aid Certification will continue to honor and embrace all of our students in their walks of life.
Thank you so much to our partners in White Bear Lake, who are truly change makers. We're so grateful that you were able to share your passion for career pathways and for mental health today with our community of practice. Serene and I, as the Career Academies team, know that no one can do this work alone, which is why we have built and support this statewide community of practice that's focused on equity and excellence in career pathways. This particular initiative really demonstrated the importance of flexible philanthropy, innovative grant makers, and centering on student voice, and really, truly following where students lead. Thank you for joining us today for our Career Academies Changemaker Spotlight.